Welcome to the show. I am your host, Marv Kennel. Thank you for tuning in to the Clock Hour. I have a very special guest here. She's been here before, but I think it was a while ago. Miss Cassandra. And Miss Cassandra is doing her own thing out there right now. So I had to pull her back in so we can see what she's getting into. You know what I mean? And what she's doing. Because I see you all over the place. You probably see her everywhere, and you're gonna see her on my show. And this is probably the second time you've been here.
Yes.
Second time, okay. The second time is good. So I know you got a show coming out. It's called Talks with Cassie.
Yes, yes. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Where did that come from, or what made you want to do that? You're a popular person anyway, but
Yeah,
you
but
know,
sometimes popularity is being popular, but it doesn't mean you always get heard when you're popular. People see you,
true.
but it doesn't mean that what you have going on inside, your ideas and things that you want to do, that people know about that.
Right.
They just know they see you and that you're by, the image of their eyes.
Right.
Oh, she's this, she's that, but I still have something to say.
And you're creative.
Yes.
Because I used to get the beads from you.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
still got the beads on my dresser.
Yes.
And then you did a MK thing for me, picture.
Yes, a painting.
Yeah.
Yes, I
And you
do.
did-
I make jewelry and I do paintings, and that's Beautiful Creations. That's my other gift.
The other avenue.
Yes. Yes.
And you know what? And people like, wow, you're busy. It's not busy.
No.
It's something other than what you normally do.
Yes. Yes. And I actually have a wild, crazy story of how that started. Just to go a little bit over there.
Right.
So, when we was going through COVID,
Right.
everybody had to stay in the house.
Yeah.
You had to be in the house. You couldn't do that. You couldn't be around your family and stuff like that. So I was really nervous because I was working this job, and I ended up not having a job because everybody had to stay in the house. My car was down, so I was kind of like, at that time, I got a little nervous because I was like, I'm in the house. And at the time, they were saying, oh, you don't have to pay the bills. They have these things where, because of the COVID. No, I wasn't trying to hear that. I was going
Right.
to pay my bills and do what I had to do.
Right.
And I was so nervous. And one day, my granddaughter and my daughter was like, we want to make jewelry. Just out of nowhere, they was like, we want to make jewelry, right? And so we just went to the store, and I was like, okay, you want, some jewelry? I'll go buy this stuff, and we make the beads. And we all started making waist beads and bracelets and stuff.
And those got pretty popular at one time.
Yes, and as we was doing them, we was like, okay, let's post them. And I kid you not, maybe like a week later, people started saying, oh, I want those, I want that, and this and that. And it became very popular. And I was so surprised because I was like, it gave me income. You know what I mean? So even though the other two, my oldest daughter and my granddaughter, didn't continue with it, it was more like a spiritual thing to me. It meant more to me because I make them. I don't make them with energy of, if I'm going through or something, I won't touch the beads.
Oh, okay.
But if I'm in a mood, it's like a meditation for me because, we always thinking of everything we got to do
Right.
when we're life with the kids and this and that. But when I make them, I honestly meditate on what I'm doing in that moment. I'm not thinking about the bills. I'm not thinking about the grandkids, and I get deep into it.
Right.
I
So
pray
that
over
ain't
them.
witchcraft, though, is it?
Right. No. That's my own inner. That's no, because a lot of people, how people feel about that. But no, that's just my own. I feel that's my gift from God for me.
All right.
To help, when I was down and then nervous about what was I going to do about paying my bills.
Right.
So it became so spiritual to me, and it's not about how other people see it. It's my
Right.
spirit, and when I do it and I pray over it before, and I don't mess with them when I'm going through that weird energy,
Right.
and I stay in positive energy. And when I make them, and I've had so many people that are blessed that will say they really feel blessed when they get a piece of my work.
That makes sense. I
Yeah.
mean, you gave me two.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think I gave my mom's one.
Yeah, you did. You did. You
Yeah.
did. And, and I do it from the heart.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I've been around y'all for a long
long time, Mar. Like,
But I support things that um I feel comes from the heart.
right.
Anything that comes from the heart, I'll support it.
Yes,
But
yes.
certain things I just kind of
Yeah.
stay away from
Yeah.
because it doesn't come from a good place.
I got, why a lot of reasons why, I know my my kid's father and stuff. So
Right.
that's a long time that people are like, this is a long time. We family.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was telling my son the other day how I have respect for you because as you know, I don't know if a lot of people know, they did music.
Right.
And they was doing music when they were young.
Right.
And we dealt with a lot of people.
Right.
And let me tell you, the industry is crazy when you're dealing with people.
Yeah, man.
People would try to talk to me, they would try to talk to my daughter, and as soon as she would cut it off. But you were one that really I respected because some of the music that my daughter wanted to do,
Right.
and kids they think they could, and you
Right.
would be like, nah, that's a little too much. We can't do that. And that's what, in the
Right.
industry, that's what these young teenagers need. They need somebody to tell them a boundary with things.
I saw them two. Your son rap game was tight. And your daughter, she can sing. But her writing ability was
Oh,
tight too.
amazing,
Them two
amazing.
together, I was looking at it. I was like,
Amazing.
ooh. And see,
Amazing.
anytime that anybody came to me, I was looking at them how I can capitalize.
Right.
I said, man, we could, if everything would have went according to my
Yes,
dream,
Yes.
we should have had a office here in Waterbury, signing, managing, producing,
Yes.
recording, developing.
Exactly.
We could have did that here
Yep.
with everybody that came through Clockwork. It was never really about me. They thought it was about me. It wasn't.
No.
It was about young talent and what we could have. I don't even like that could have conversation.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at it like,
What we can do. Let's
yeah,
do it.
you don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what
and
I mean?
sometimes, especially at that young age, is trying to get that across to
Right.
them. They don't understand it.
Right.
They don't
And
understand it.
the discussion was why you put him on that CD so many times. He was coming through working. You wasn't.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Then we should do this. Well, go ahead. I'm recording, I'm driving, I'm contacting, I'm
Everything,
duplicating.
everything, right.
And then you want, nah.
So
And I'm the oldest.
Right. So
I'm
that's
the-
the hard thing about that.
Right.
Having somebody to understand the vision.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's why I know a lot of people like, you ain't doing your music no more. And that had played a part in it because when you're dealing with people,
Right.
when you got a talent, and yes, I'm saying is they are very talented.
Right.
And they should have been in that wave. But people just working with
That
people.
game is crazy.
Working with people, and look at it now.
It's
out of control.
crazy.
Listen.
We was in a spot in Manhattan, and somebody from TV, from BET, I'm looking at the dude. I used to wear my shades all the time. I'm looking at the dude looking at me. He says, "Hey, I ain't been a long time. I ain't seen you in a long time." Looking at, I don't know you.
He acting like he know you.
But that's that move.
Yes. People act like they know you.
Yeah, we in the village, so you already know what time it is. I'm looking at this, I was like, man, I don't know you. And I told him, I said, man, I don't know you.
Right.
And he said, oh, my bad, and stepped off. So one of my people told me who he was. I kind of knew who he was, but I was playing it off. Like,
See how far.
yeah,
Let's see how far you
get out.
take it.
I'm like, get out of here.
But
I'll end up hitting
that's
you.
the industry, man.
Yeah, I'll end
That's
up
the
hitting you
industry.
up in this piece, man. I
We don't want that.
Yeah, we have a problem. But you know
You
that
said
was the
rumble in the
hustle.
Bronx, huh?
Yeah, that was the hustle.
Right,
Down
right.
there, and you know that's what time it is down there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know, and then one time, you know, me and the brother from JCT Television, he says, listen, they invite you to any of these little parties, man. Make up an excuse why you can't go. So we get invited to a couple parties. I said, man, I'm not coming all the way back down here.
Listen, it's
The game is crazy.
yes, it is, and it's sad because
Yeah.
as like even if they wasn't my kids, I love young kids with like
Me
talent
too.
and that and you know they got it.
Right.
I know my
Right.
kids got it.
And I'm very
And
protective.
yes,
So
and so I'm hoping that even with the music because they have so much music and my son is coming back out now. He's bringing it back out.
Right.
And he has listen. They have gold, but a lot of their stuff too back in the days is on industry beats. So
That's
they got all
alright.
this music and it's on. So it's a transition that's gonna have to
nobody
happen.
really. It's the. Let's look at
You just gotta
some
get
of
back
the,
into
some
it.
of them that's out there, and all you can ask is, what is that?
Especially now.
that?
Oh my God.
What is that?
Especially now.
I like a couple of female artists, but I'm still like, what is that? I like what they look like, but then I'm listening to them like, what is that? Like, there's a young lady I follow on Instagram from Queens. She nice. I like her. I would like to work with her.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I see it there. You know, when you see something, you ain't
Right.
gotta dress them
Right,
up.
right.
You see
It's
it.
already there.
Yeah, you be like, this young lady. And then I
Yes.
share her stuff. I'm like, yo, y'all need to pay attention to her. Then there's another young lady that I just spotted. Duce, I forget her name. Dark skinned chocolate young lady. She nice.
I don't know if I heard
Her too. I like the underground.
It's
ones.
because it's so much of that around the
But some
underground.
of them, they talking trash, man. Don't nobody want to
That's
hear
the-
what
that's
your,
the industry. That's the
your
industry for
setup
you.
smell like and look like. Don't nobody want to hear that. I know I don't.
Right.
I'm old
But
school.
that's what's out, and it's crazy because that's what this generation is giving out. You know what I mean? The booty shaking clothes, no clothes on, and all of
Right.
that. You know what I mean?
Out of all the hip hop I've been into, I've had one DJ come on my show because I wanted to step away from that for now. But I'm still releasing singles. Grind mode's still out there.
I like that one though. I be
It's
listening
still
to
out
that
there.
one.
It make you want to get up and get going.
But your music, when I hear your music, it really represents you. Like
Yeah, that's
like
who
you
I
said,
am.
your hypeness and
Yeah.
that's been you and
Yeah,
Always. Always.
That's a feeling. They say,
and when
what is that?
yeah,
It's a feeling.
and it's always that.
Yeah, gotta go. They'll be like, where you going? I don't know. I
Yeah.
went to Pittsburgh the other week. Where you going? I'll go down to Pittsburgh for a minute. And that's like my reset.
Right.
If you ain't never been down that way, when you drive down, it's beautiful in the fall. The leaves are changing, and you're in the valley. It's all
Right.
mountains on each side and stuff. So
Nice.
it's just a nice
Beautiful.
little 8-hour ride.
Yeah, you gotta do that sometime.
Yeah, you got to,
Take a
man.
breather with
yeah,
yourself.
because me getting out of here, you know, is always been something. If I feel like I ain't been nowhere, so it's time to go.
Right.
It's time to go. Let me see where I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So I call him. He's like, yeah, I'm DJing, you know, my sister party. I'm like, I'm coming.
Yeah, that's something I need to do. Like, I've been so, I ain't gonna say locked in, but I've been so.
It doesn't.
Sometimes you get stagnant
It doesn't cost
and you
that
get
much.
right and you get comfortable.
Right.
And I've been like that for so long.
Yeah.
Because when you don't know certain things, growing up, or you're not taught, or you don't, you know
Right.
what I mean? You stay.
Right.
You stay
But
stagnant and comfortable where you are.
You know
But
where's
when you
a-
start waking up,
Right. You know where's a nice spot to go? There's a you going down Delaware to Maryland, where you're close to the water. It's off of Route 13. You cross the George Washington, you go through the turnpike, you cross the Delaware Memorial, you get off on one of the Delaware exits, and you drive straight. And it's peaceful. That ride will take you all the way to Virginia. But there's a section of it where they have beaches and stuff, and you see the signs. You just go somewhere. If you even if you're going by yourself,
Yes,
it's
yes.
still you get yourself something to eat. Like I went to Maryland about a year or so ago, right? So I'm staying in a hotel room. I called the people where I was gonna go. I'm like, where to get some crabs from? They give you the whole bushel of crabs and they lay out the big paper. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
took my shoes off and
Just
sat in my beautiful room
yes,
and got
yes.
busy.
Yeah, and that's something I haven't done yet. Like, did traveling on my own, like traveling. I haven't done that yet.
I will.
I haven't
I
done
get
that yet.
ghost. Look,
Yeah.
look. I get ghost. That's just always been in me. You know, I drove across country by myself, so
Nice.
I don't nothing to hold me. Only thing that hold me is my finances. If my money
I
ain't
know
right, I
that's
ain't going.
right.
But if my money right and I put it on a credit card, let's go.
Yeah,
I'm out.
yeah,
I'll be back.
yeah.
Virginia, you name it. I
It's
got.
it's a meditation for your soul.
Yeah,
Though,
yeah.
you know what I
It
mean?
relaxes
Sometimes
me.
you gotta just go.
And I'll be
that's
bouncing all the way.
yes, yes.
Bouncing all the way there and all the way
Yes.
back.
So that's my goal though. That's my goal to get right, get my
Go.
finances right, so I could
Yeah.
just.
And it don't take that much.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It
And then they
doesn't.
got the whole Airbnb thing. That's even better.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we went to Vegas, me and some Navy partners, and it didn't take that much. We had a big room apartment, and they had a room. I had a room, and we had a big
Right,
old living room, and we
right.
ordered from Grubhub
Yeah.
and took Ubers and Lyfts everywhere we
Yeah.
wanted to
Sometimes
go.
people think you gotta like spend this big
No,
amount of money to go
no.
on these big old. No, no.
No.
Sometimes it's just a getaway to go
Yeah.
to the next town or
Right.
something. You know.
But by us doing that, we did the zip line
Oh,
in
wow.
Vegas. We did the helicopter over the strip, and we did the ATVs in the desert. That was the most
Nice.
fun I had
Yes.
in Vegas from the first time I went to the second time. That was 2018. That was the best time I ever
Right,
had.
right.
All that stuff we did, just going, and then we took care of each other. Okay, this cost this much. I
Right,
got it.
right.
Just hit me back, whatever. Give me this much, and
Right.
we got a discount over here, and just doing.
Yeah.
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 And if you ain't never done nothing like that,
No.
do it.
Yeah.
You only live once.
I took care of my kids.
You did your
All,
job.
yes, and they're all grown. And it's time.
Yeah.
So this is why.
They should pay for it. You say, look, I want to go to Vegas. What should I gonna do?
Yeah,
My
yeah.
son, he'll call me, what you want for Christmas?
Right.
I said, I don't know. Give me a pair of sneakers or
Right,
something.
right.
And I wear cheap sneakers now.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
old school.
I know that's
Give me
right.
some cheap sneakers, man. And be like, no, I'm gonna get you some Nikes. All right, whatever. Last year, I said, get me, because I lost my North Face glove, the driving gloves. I like them. They're warm, and then I could still do things.
Right.
So I'm like, give me a pair of gloves. It don't matter, and we
Yeah.
do
It's
stuff
just
like
it's the
that.
simple things.
But
It's the
now
simple things.
now you put the bug in the air. Look, I want to go to Vegas. You go to Vegas in like April or May or something, right before it's really starting to get
That's what they be
hot.
telling me. You want to go somewhere, Mom? Just set it up. Let us know, and we put it together. It's gonna work.
They
You
got
could
the
do it.
bread.
You could
Be
do it.
like, I want it, and it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
bad. And you know what? A lot of people think, when you go those places by yourself that you won't have a good time.
Oh no.
You will.
Because you meet people, you do different things.
Right.
Yeah.
And people like,
Yeah.
hey, where you going?
Yeah.
Hey. I remember first time I went to DR. I'm in the pool with some Baltimore police people. They was cool.
Yeah.
You in the pool, they got the bar
Yeah.
in the pool, and I went to
And
DR by myself.
you never know who you're gonna meet.
Right.
You never know who you're gonna meet. You know what I
Ain't
mean?
no
So that's the
biggie.
good thing. We try to plan a family trip too, because we haven't done a family
dig
trip.
it. That's cool.
Yeah.
But now it's about you
Yeah,
first.
it is.
And then you
It is.
say,
But you know
okay,
how I am with my
then
my
I
baby.
know,
Nah.
I get it. They'll be all right.
Yeah.
They'll
But
be all right.
that's the point of it. You know what I mean?
Right. They will
Sometimes
be all right.
sometimes when your kids grow, and I was saying the other day when we did the show that I'm winging myself from thinking that it always
Right.
got to be kids, because I'm so used to it.
Right.
And they always telling me, you need to do you.
That's
It's
a
your
mother.
time. Yes, it's your
Yeah.
time. So that's
Right.
why
Look,
I'm
don't think
doing
my
me.
mom's, don't think she ain't never be like, hey,
Yeah, yeah,
hey, I want to, hey, I want,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So between me and my son, even when my grandmother was here, hey, we got to get her a, hey,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
worry about it. Okay, I got it.
Right, right.
But hey,
Yeah.
we need to like,
Which it should be that way, you know.
yeah,
Some people be like, when, cause I look at it like this, like I'm not saying that our kids have to take care of us,
no, they don't.
but to me, as a parent, I think if we've done what we've done, and
Right.
it's our job, and our job is over, it's your time to. I'm not saying take care of it, but look out
Right.
for your parents
Right. Oh yeah.
that raised you, cause you came out of me.
Right.
So if you, I done took care of you, done drove me crazy, I done
Right.
did my job. Okay, now it's
Right.
time for me to do me. So
Your kids are
just
grown.
be there. Just be there. I ain't asking you
Right.
to, you know what I mean? And
Right.
I
You'd be
think
like, hey, I want to go
yes,
to
yeah,
and look it up.
yes.
And then kick the price out to
Yes,
them.
yes.
I
But they tell
guarantee
you know
you.
what's funny? They tell me that all the time. I'm the
But you just
it's
don't do it.
cause I'm on my I'm winging myself away now.
Man, you
I'm winging
crazy.
myself away.
I tell you,
At
you
one
ever
point
been?
I
You,
was like that, and they would tell me all the time.
you ever been to Vegas?
No, wait,
You got a passport?
I, no, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on that now.
Let me tell you something. This is why I'm ex-Navy. Travel changes you
Yeah, yeah.
because you're like I was explaining to my man earlier on the phone. Me and him retired together. I've been to Amsterdam, went down to France. I've been to England, been to Scotland. When you're over there, this is the only place that make you feel like you're black.
Mm,
I'm not black. I'm brown.
right,
If you put a
right.
crayon next to me, this
It's
is the
definitely
only
not black.
place that make you feel that.
Right,
When you over there, you don't.
right,
I'm on the
right.
Eiffel Tower.
And they
Me,
make you feel like you're real special. I
Marv
bet.
Kendall on the Eiffel Tower.
Nice.
The
Nice.
Africans are selling trinkets and stuff down below.
Nice.
This is the only place that make you feel like that.
And it's kind of sad, but it
I
is
mean,
really sad.
look, Scotland.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
Scotland, they be looking for you. Where the black guy at? You was here. And I'm
I
young.
believe it. Yeah.
I'm young.
Yeah.
I'm in my 20s.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get back here.
You go right. You go somewhere else and you get treated really
Yeah.
well, and you come back and it's like,
But they don't know this keeps us back.
right.
This has us back 50, 60 years. And then at the route that they're going now, this is pushing us back to the 50s and 60s.
And it's because so many people are so many people are so hurt and damaged, and not and that everything that's going on with, you know.
Right. I get it. I get it.
But
you know.
and this is how I see it. Like, if you let like everything with the voting and everything
Right.
that's going on, if you let those things consume you,
Right.
you will get. You
Right.
see how everybody got caught up in the
Yeah.
voting, and I mean, people was going crazy.
Yeah, that's why I
I
travel.
mean, there was people that was mad to the point where they, like, you
Right.
could see they were angry, and I get it because we want things to be different,
But
but
don't-
we have no control. We really
Right.
have no control of that.
And
So we have to, as people, we have to still
turn that
live
off.
life.
Right.
We got to go back to
Turn that
our
off.
life. Yeah. And you still got to live and be. You got to be positive and just say, okay, it
Right.
happened. It's over with. Okay, back to life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then you're like, ooh, I'm glad that's over.
Yes.
So now you go live. Like,
Yes.
I like to travel. I really like to travel. That's
Well, I'm
and
gonna take that up, but I'm
that's
working on it.
education in itself.
Yes.
You know, and the first time I went to I was going to the Navy. I was in the Navy, so we used to go to Scotland a lot. But I had never been over to like Amsterdam and stuff like that. You know, up until I got older. You know, And you look at it and you're like, bet. And it is what it is. But
Right.
I recommend that, and we're gonna make sure everybody tunes into your show. So always
Yes.
share it, and we're gonna once you get an actual schedule for it, we're gonna push that too. And
Well, and it's about basically I have something to say.
right,
You have something to say.
right,
And in general, we all want to be heard, and we all have testimonies. And I
Right.
know people that have testimonies that are serious, and I look at them when you see them, and you're like, you really went through that?
Right.
So that's the point of me basically
oh, okay.
doing this. It'll be about me talking to people about their testimonies.
I get it.
So
I get
and
it.
I know
got
some
a
people
testimony
with some,
too.
and I know some people with some good testimonies. So, and you know,
Look
you,
here, I
you
had
know
a
you
heart
coming.
attack last year.
Yes,
man, so
you know you coming up there. You know you coming up there.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. I'd like to thank Brass City TV, man. This is what we're doing. This is how we're gonna do it. Each and every week, like always. I appreciate you, Mr. Al. This is what we do. And I thank you, Miss Cassandra, for coming on the show.
I thank you for giving me this opportunity.
I
'Cause
support you.
Really, you're the reason why you pushed me. You pushed me
You
to
know
do this, so
why?
I'm grateful. You really pushed me to do this. That day we talked in the park,
Right.
And you said what you said. You kept your word, and you said talk to Al, and
Right.
I did that. And from that moment I'm just
And
gonna
you
keep
know
going.
what? Good content is always important.
Absolutely.
Like I've been on the tea and cornbread show.
Mm-hmm.
I like what they got going on, so I'll come on your show. I like anybody that's consistently
Yes, yes.
doing what they're doing.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
And,
I'm
and
really
you know
excited.
what? It'll fly by so fast you won't realize that your season, you're in a whole nother
Right,
season.
right.
I look back on the shows, I'm like, wow, I didn't know I did that.
I
man.
know when you told me, I was like, what?
Right.
Because when we did the first show, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Right. Because y'all were one of the first guys.
Yeah.
And,
So,
but like I said, I appreciate y'all coming out for the people, by the people, about the people. As always, the Clock Hour.